Today's video is going to be the fourth video in my series about retirees that want to go back into the workforce and find a part-time job. First video I did was on interviewing as a person that's been in retirement. Second video was about the resume, how to update it and show the gaps. Third video was updating your LinkedIn profile. And now we're going to talk about some job search strategies that you can employ. So maybe you want to go back into the workforce just to earn some extra income. Totally understandable. They say that our cost of living adjustment for Social Security this year went up a whopping 2.7%. And yet inflation is like at 3%. And I think for us in retirement, we see it as even a lot more than 3%. Maybe you miss the structure of those day-to-day activities of working. You realize that. Or maybe you just want to feel useful. It doesn't really matter what reason that you have, but what I want to do is I want to share with you some tips that you can employ to get back into the workforce as a part-timer. And so you may be asking yourself, what gives me the expertise to talk about this? If you go back on my YouTube channel prior to January 2025, you are going to see over 200 career-related videos. The reason for that is because for the last 10 years, I had been working as a career coach. I previously was working as a vice president information services, and I walked away from that position and I started a career coaching business. I walked away from that position after almost 20 years with that company. I wanted to take a risk, and I had a master's degree in leadership. I had well over 25 years of management experience. And I wanted to do this, and I was successful. For 10 years, I did this. But in January of 2025, I went ahead and transition this channel over to one about embracing retirement. Really, these are the first videos that I've done since that time on career-related stuff. So again, one of the things that you need to be asking yourself before you even start on this journey is, what is it that you want to do? For example, how many hours do you want to work out there? Do you want to work no more than 20, or maybe not even any more than 12 hours? Are you okay with flexible hours, or do you want like a set schedule? Are you okay with on-call hours? So you got to ask yourself that first. Also, what about the environment? Are you looking to work remotely, or would you like maybe to work with a team, or do you want to work with in isolation? What kind of people do you want to interact with? And I think also very importantly is, what kind of stress level are you looking at? Because I'll tell you, you want to go into, say, a retail environment at the local mall is going to be probably a little bit more stressful than working at a nonprofit organization, saying working as someone with guide dogs for the blind, whatever. But you need to really set yourself some, what I would say boundaries out there. Because the bottom line is that you're not trying to move up a corporate ladder anymore. You're just really trying to fit in what I would say that new work schedule into your retirement life, if that makes sense. Strategies, I think the biggest thing that I'm going to encourage you to do is to stay away from the job boards out there. The job boards like Monster, Indeed, even LinkedIn. There is one job board out there that I think can be beneficial for individuals in retirement, and it's on the AARP website. And I've talked about this in the past, but the AARP website has a program. It's called the Employer Pledge Program, where they essentially have pledged that they will definitely consider individuals 50 plus. And also these jobs there's going to be a lot of part-time work out there. It works just like any other job board. You can put in various filters, your location, the kind of work that you're looking for, etc. But the big reason why I want you to stay away from the job boards is that they're really built for individuals that are looking for full-time work. And more so than even that, they're built to what I would say filter out the majority of resumes. I did talk about on my LinkedIn video about how recruiters and hiring managers, HR people, may be looking at LinkedIn for searching for a part-time employee, but that's a little bit different than actually posting on a job board. They'll be searching for specific keywords, but they're also already looking for a part-time employee. But usually the individuals out there, even if they are looking for a part-time employee that are posting it on job boards, the applicant tracking system software is going to be working against you. So I think the best way to go about this is just simply starting conversations with old coworkers, friends and neighbors, small businesses that you frequent is a good one out there. Looking at where I would say if you looking at a particular company that you are very interested in, finding the name of that office manager or the person that's in charge of that and sending them an email directly, maybe your resume directly with that, a cover letter. But I'll give you a really good example that just recently happened with me a few months ago. I shop at a local neighborhood grocery store. This is not one of those big conglomerate supermarket grocery stores, but more a little local grocery store where it seems like everybody that works in there is my age, and also for the customers as well. One day, the manager of the store was the cashier at that time, and I was talking to him, and he's swiping my groceries along, and I was kidding him, and I said, "Man, I'm going to have to get a job here pretty soon if the groceries keep going up." And he says, "Hey, we're hiring out here. I'd be happy to give you an application." He was half serious. I was half joking. The bottom line is that I had been going in there for a number of years. I talked to him many times, but these are the kind of connections that you want to establish with individuals out there. And again, you see these different places that you might want to work at, and either if you've create a relationship with those people that are working there. And it could be even a cold email. Give you another example. When I first left my company as a vice president of information services and taking this business online, I wanted to also supplement my income with working for some career transition companies on a contract basis. I used my skills as a career coach and reached out to this individual that was the head of the department in San Jose through LinkedIn, and nothing. I just haven't got anything at all. And so I decided to try something new. And I essentially typed up, well, on my computer, typed up a cover letter, sent it in to her via US postal mail. And about 3 days later, I get a call from her, and she's actually laughing on the phone. She says, "My God," she says, "I can't remember anybody ever sending a resume and cover letter through the US postal mail. It works." Okay. So it's another great little strategy there. But the thing is, you just need to start these kind of communications, this networking. Networking is key. So again, you don't necessarily have to go out there and say something like that. You're asking these people for a job, but you just rather saying, "Hey, I'm retired, but I am looking for some part-time work to keep busy. And if you hear of anything, or if you know of any openings, please let me know." Very subtle, non-threatening type of communication out there. And again, to recap, stay away from the job boards. The AARP one might work for you. It does. It is set up for what I would say individuals in retirement and for part-time work, but your best bet is to really start communicating, start networking out there. I know it can be difficult, but again, you just letting people know that you're looking for a part-time job and asking them to keep their eyes open and let if they know of anything out there or hear anything out there. I hope this video series was helpful. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to this channel, hit that bell notification as I do upload new videos every Tuesday, and I'd hate for you to miss one. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.